bottom line. Flow, Canteen, Hot Take, Jake, and O.
This past week, JJ Redick was finally named the coach, had his first press conference. I know Canteen was chomping at the bit to talk about this. I don't know if he wants to go first, but whoever, we can go Canteen and then
I'll go first.
And then
I'll go
Jake. Okay, and we'll do Professor last. Go ahead, give us your take on this. JJ Redick as the new coach for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Man, I think this is the most pathetic. Worst NBA hire. Let me say this, man. The majority of the guys that he want to make as his assistant coaches have much more experience than him. JJ Redick, what college?
Well, wouldn't you want that as a coach? Wouldn't you want somebody?
No, let me finish. The floor is mine.
Okay.
Hey, what? First of all, he don't have Pee Wee League, high school, middle school, no college, no coaching experience at all.
Not anything at all.
No coaching experience at all. And then what the Lakers have allowed is LeBron James to be a dictator and dictate their organization.
A dictator.
So you bring in a guy like JJ Redick with no experience, so you can have a guy like LeBron James try to ride this ship and try to run the organization. You're gonna fail miserably. Here's my objection, man. Sam Cassell. Why in the hell would you bring in a guy like Sam Cassell, who's won championships, who's been on coaching for championship teams? But no Jimmy Bus, you guys settled for a so-called commentator who barely knows anything about damn basketball or sports in general. In JJ Redick, who was a subpar coach, he was a subpar player in college. He didn't last in the NBA. Oh, and now he is head coaching material. You do the math. What do y'all think? It's pathetic. And Jake, for you to be a LeBron sexual, whatever, y'all are gonna fail miserably. Yeah. Over with.
Oh, wow. Shout out my boy Bull.
Man, I hadn't seen you this passionate since the Falcons lost into Patriots.
Bro, it had to be said, man. It had to be said.
Okay, go ahead, Jake. Defend your team or your player, I guess.
He ain't got nothing to defend.
Ain't got nothing to defend.
Nothing.
I got 2 words for y'all. 2 words.
Yes, we suck.
Steve Kerr. Let me tell you something.
Oh my goodness!
Steve Kerr was never a coach before he coached the Warriors.
He was. I'll give you that.
Canteen, you talk. Canteen,
buddy.
Please let a legacy talk. Let Hot Take Jake, the man that is legend, talk.
Get him, Canteen. Hey, this is your show.
Now, let me finish this up.
No.
Was it a smart move? Guys, the best moves are always the quiet ones. Eric Spoelstra, when he was hired, wasn't looked upon as great. Steve Kerr getting grabbed wasn't crazy big news. I love what the Lakers did, and let me tell you something. I think we're watching a low-key top 5 head coach of this generation coming up. And let me tell you why. I looked up JJ Redick. JJ Redick's played for the league for 15 years.
Why do you let him on teams? Still, every week.
Can y'all stop laughing?
What are we doing?
He played in the league for 15 years on 6 teams. He has had Doc Rivers as a head coach. He has had many veteran players as his teammates, such as Chris Paul. He has done the craziest thing ever. And I love that he just was on a podcast with LeBron. They were getting closer and closer. It was more of an interview process for LeBron, in my opinion. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
I think this starts, and y'all heard it here first. This is going to start.
No, not one of those.
Hold on.
Not that you heard it here first.
I believe in 2 years, the Lakers will finally get the ring they're wanting, as a LeBron farewell tour will be in the works. And I think a true dynasty will be worked, because I do believe one of 2 things happens. I'm going to give y'all two names that they're trying to give us, and one name I want to give back to the Lakers. I'm hearing Trae Young we are going to go after in the offseason. If we do get it, I will like it. But I'll put up another name. There's a guy in Memphis that doesn't get along with that team, and I think if he's around veterans, he becomes a great basketball player. I put all my eggs in the basket for Ja Morant. I go get a hold of Ja Morant, find out what is needed. The Memphis Grizzlies are not doing anything to build that team. If I do that, I promise you, this is going to be the start of a new era. I love JJ Redick's interview process.
Man.
When he was introduced as a head coach, he let it be known that he is there for the long haul. Let's see who laughs last in 2 years. Give them in 2 years, and we will be in the NBA Finals, no doubt in my mind. Go ahead, Omar. I don't know why it's funny.
Bro, you ain't making no sense.
Wait. Before you go, Omar, and maybe you can address this in your diatribe. Where was this, Jake, the whole time before that JJ Redick was going to be this all-time great before he got hired? Where was
I had no idea LeBron was interviewing him the whole time they were doing the podcast.
It doesn't matter. If you think this about JJ, you should have said it prior to his being hired. You should have said that's the guy.
Well, sometimes, Flo, you know what, Flo? I'll tell you a little quick story about my wife. I didn't know that was the woman of my life until, I've known her for over 10 years. Didn't know. Out of nowhere, just popped out. Crazy.
So the Lakers are as dumb as you are?
The same thing with JJ Redick.
Is that what you're saying?
It will not take.
So the Lakers are as dysfunctional as you are.
5 years. I'm telling you, in 2 years we will be in the NBA Finals, and I think by the third year, I think he wins his first ring. I think JJ Redick wins and I think that's the LeBron farewell tour. I think LeBron has 3 good years left in him. They win just like a David Robinson ending. He leaves on top.
Madon likes your take.
How about
Go ahead, Omar.
Go ahead, Omar. So can you give us sanity back to the show, would you?
Yeah. Well, and first of all, before I get into the fact that we're not going to gloss over the fact that Jake, who has completely trashed Doc Rivers in the past, just tried to use Doc Rivers to make his point by saying that JJ Redick learned underneath him. So let's not gloss over that fact. Let's not gloss over this other fact. And that fact is that I keep trying to promote this show to people. I tell Canteen, go invite people. We come on this show every week and we ask people Flo to do what? We ask them to go to @TheBottomLineSports and join our group. Go to @TheBottomLineSports, subscribe to the YouTube. Go to @TheBottomLineSports, follow on Twitter. We ask the people to do all these things because we think that they will enjoy our show. And then we bring on this garbage, this anatomically incorrect sports freaking non-analyst, journalist, horrible take Jake with these horrible takes, and it discredits us. It makes us look bad. It brings our sports IQ down a few notches, and I'm frankly sick and tired of this. And I'm going to start protesting the show and not coming on until Jake is replaced with somebody better.
Come on now.
That being said, I'm just joking. I love you, Jake. I think it's a horrible hire. JJ Redick, I don't agree with one thing that Ken said. I do think that JJ Redick has a very smart basketball IQ. Whether or not that he wasn't a great player in the league, yes, that I agree with. But I think that he does have a high basketball IQ. But does that mean that that's going to work anyways? More often than not, it doesn't with LeBron. And why should we assume that because they're friends, that's going to make this work any better? Hey, for
you're thinking about work if they're friends, because it's going to be too close, too close to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm always on my pedestal, brother. You know that. That's why they put me up here.
Please stop. He's overdoing this. Go.
To speak
Shout out 31 on the line. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like button. Go subscribe. 31 on the line.
Subscribe, but not for Hot Take Jake. Please don't disagree.
Please. No. Because he who laughs loudest. Remember that.
Dude, y'all are not winning the championship. You have no team that win a championship. You want to trade? You want to trade for Ja Morant? You have no pieces. You have no pieces to trade for Ja Morant. They don't want any of your players. Not a damn one of your players do they want.
I think we give Austin Reeves away, and I think, honestly, we give that number 55 pick that we have.
Okay.
And
You
you
give
think that's
Austin
enough
Reeves
to get
55
John
pick,
Morant?
2027 first round
Wow.
pick.
Okay.
I would do
okay.
all three of those.
Wow.
You do
That's
that.
still not enough.
Still not stop. John Morant's literally practically dying out there in Memphis with nothing to be promised for him.
Oh, wait.
I
Keep
mean,
going,
if,
Jake.
if he's dying, it was self-inflicted. So, let's not forget that. That being said,
But hold on, does he have a veteran, Omar? Does he have a veteran with him out there in Memphis?
he didn't. Now he does. He has Marcus Smart, baby.
outta here.
Marcus. Love some Marcus Smart. Miss you, brother. We miss you. Wish you were a champion.
That was the
me,
best move
not
y'all
Jake.
made, though. To be fair, Omar, getting rid of him and bringing
I'm
in.
so dumbfounded that we're hating on this.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're not hating, Jake. We're not as shout out. Keep it at 100. One of my favorite podcasts with Conan and Disco. He says they're not hating. They're just stating. And that's what we're doing, Jake. We are just giving you facts. And the fact is the Lakers stand no chance of winning a title until LeBron is gone. And that's it.
Right.
I think now you have to think, but this is the last take and then I'm done. You have to think of what you did to Kobe.
That's fun.
What did you do to Kobe? You let him hobble and not get any chance at a championship his last 4 years.
Right.
Do not do the same to Bron. And I think that's why JJ Redick was hired for that reason.
And Canteen.
Okay, so Jake.
Go ahead, Ken. I was going to
So
say.
Jake, why would you have?
Ken, before you go, you remember you're going to bring that up. I was going to say, why not Sam Cassell? I know you talked about Sam Cassell.
Yeah, Cassell.
Cassell needs a job in the league.
Well, go ahead. Elaborate on that.
Go ahead, Canteen.
So So I'm asking. So why would you take a Rondo over a Sam Cassell? Or why wouldn't you take the I forgot the guy that they could have picked up the guy that they fired at Detroit, and he was only there for one season.
Yeah,
Monty Williams.
Monty Williams there for one season. Detroit still got to pay him. They still got to pay him.
Didn't he take the Suns to the championship?
Yeah, took him to the finals.
The Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That would have been a better hire.
But Jay, you believe in JJ Redick?
JJ.
Hold on. Let me answer first. Let me answer first. What is Sam Cassell? Isn't he assistant head coach? Isn't he assistant coach, any?
At least he has experience.
15 years.
And a lot of good experience.
What's his experience? The Celtics didn't do nothing for a while.
What's JJ's
He's
experience?
been coaching for a long time. What are you talking about, JJ?
My whole thing is you're practically nitpicking one coach to another. Let me tell you something about Redick.
Because we're talking about a coach who
15
has
years.
multiple years of experience in the league versus a coach who has only coached 8-year-old girls. That's what we're talking about, dude. That's the difference. Get that through your head.
Was Steve Kerr an experienced head coach when he got hired?
No. So let me check you. Let me check you about the Steve Kerr thing.
An experienced head coach before he got hired.
Okay. Let me say this, Jake. The Golden State Warriors were an established team before Steve Kerr got there.
But Steve Kerr also had experience, though.
And
If that was the case, Canteen, Mark Jansen would have won.
He was gifted.
He was gifted that. They fired Mark Jackson.
Hey, if they would have given me that team, I'd have won a championship, Ken.
Oh, stop. Now you're throwing Steve Kerr like he's a piece of mashed potato. Stop it, Omar.
The team was already there. They got rid of Mark Jackson. The next year, Steve Kerr came in there and won a championship with the same players that Mark
tells
Jackson
you the
had.
difference in coaching.
But to be fair, he did coach. He did coach under Popovich. I mean, he did coach a couple of years here and there.
Guys, when y'all get a chance, go watch that podcast. Redick is not just talking out of his ass. He's talking real logistics.
We're not saying that he doesn't have a good basketball IQ. He does. What we're saying is that experience matters when it comes to coaching. Okay?
Cassell has had over 15 years of consecutive coaching experience in the National Basketball Association.
Then why isn't he hired? There's 30 teams, Canteen. Why is Cassell not hired right now as a head coach?
Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on.
Why? That's true. That's a good question, though. That's a good question, Canteen.
He should have been hired already. He should have been hired already. I don't know if it's maybe an attitude thing or maybe, I don't know. He was good with us.
Hey, let me tell you something. If I keep seeing my Oreo cookies empty and I keep seeing my son with some crumbs on his face, I'm going to start wondering, hey, did you eat the Oreos? Look at it, man. Be real right
have
here.
to
He
do
hasn't done
anything.
nothing.
I don't know if that's a good analogy. I'm trying to think of that
What
even fit.
analogy? What are you talking
What is that analogy didn't quite go, Jake. I was like, girl.
But Jake, you know,
Anyway.
man, I'm telling you, bro, Jake.
about? Where's Cam's laugh?
I don't even know. I don't even want to go there tonight. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go that far tonight. I don't want to
Cam's
go
laugh?
far.
I think time
Yeah,
will
well.
show everybody who's right
And
and
what
who's
I want to
wrong.
say is right. You can count on one hand. One hand.
Jake, you're a clown. You're a clown.
I can't wait till it comes backfires.
Hong Kong. Hong Kong. The Lakers are some clowns. Hong Kong. That's my favorite
That's
ever.
Canteen's laugh for those of you who don't know what that is. That's my Canteen's laugh that we recorded and we use it every now and then at the appropriate time.
But Flo,
Yeah.
to end this conversation, man. And
Right.
as I said, man, I don't like to pull the race card and nothing like that, bro. You know I don't like to pull that. But at the end of the day, they favor Redick over Sam Cassell, man. And LeBron had a bias in that, man. Everybody knows that. Everybody know that.
What about what Alan's saying though? Here, today's players don't want a coach that's going to push them too hard. They want players. Coach.
They want somebody soft like toilet paper. He's soft, inexperienced, and he don't know nothing. You get a Sam Cassell, any coach that's been in LA that got some structure, order, and discipline, nobody wants them. Nobody wants coaches like that.
Right.
Nope, I don't. I agree with that.
I mean, that's it. Pop, you see, Pop is kind of that way. He's really rigid and he's struggling. He's been struggling for a few years now.
I think we're giving a lot. We're giving a lot of grief and a lot of anger towards Redick for being able to skip a lot of people over. But you know what? I think something that you have to understand is Redick is an experienced basketball player who knows what he's doing. He is smart. He is not no idiot. He knows the game of basketball. This is Steve Kerr in the making a second time.
Well, this is a good point. You could have used this point, Jake Mazzulla. He didn't have a lot of coaching experience at a high level. He was coaching at a junior college. But he didn't really have
I'm thinking of
high
more
level coaching experience.
that too, but former NBA players that have seen the game and been around experienced players, great veterans. Being around Chris Paul puts you in that game. Really makes you understand the game.